So hello guys and welcome. We're going to take a look at the EGBrowser BB, which is the uh, PlayStation 2 port of Planetweb for the Dreamcast. But if you want to actually try this on real hardware with OPL, make sure that you do the network update. Even if you already did so before you use the EG web browser, because otherwise it will fail to detect the adapter. So that's why it's needed. And this will take a while to load up, although not too slow, like say NetSurf on the PlayStation 2, which can take up to 5 minutes because of the Linux kernel. So this is what it looks like when it boots up. I can't do anything right now. So up. It says that it's setting up the BB unit. If this takes too long on that screen, then it's not going to work. So first thing I want to show you is basically my index that I've made for it. Just really to show you what it's capable of. Of course, this only works for HTTP websites, so not HTTPS, unless you configure the web browser to go through a reverse proxy, and that would work. But I don't have a reverse proxy, and that it's not really needed in this case, to be honest, unless you care about your security. But you know, yeah, it's not too bad. But let's go on frog find first and give images work. So let's search for Sonic. Select. And it does. Now I won't go on like Wikipedia because on this web browser it can actually freeze for a while. But if you wait long enough, it will load. Next up we have 68k.news. This also works pretty good. Of course we have Weeby, I don't know. This works also. A low band. Now unlike the frog find proxy, you can actually interact with the website. So let me show you what I mean by that. So for example, if there's like a search box, then you can use that. See? And no pictures also, so I don't know what. No, not that. And we have search results about monsters. So yeah, low band works, but not too good. Of course, you can go on Google itself, and it will still work. There's also Google Image that will work as well. I think I only tried the normal Google. DSI Paint should load up, but yeah, it's all messed up looking. I still put it there just to show you basically. There's also this website for cryptocurrencies, so Bitcoin and so on. Flash games. So Pico School. Now, when I try to host this game, I couldn't like. this is an ad. Okay. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I think I know why, because it set the year to I need to change the URL, but in the meantime, I didn't notice why the controls were not working, and it seems to be kind of my fault actually, because here it is actually working. Not sure why though. Uh, it's a bit beyond me, to be honest. But yeah, this works. Now let's go all the way down. Let's do 2000. I mean, yeah, normally it's supposed to lead to Pico School, but I forgot the exact URL. But you get the idea. Some stuff works, but most will not actually. So does support Flash. Well, won't try like Ash because the controls are not working. I'm not sure why, but it's probably due to the way I set up the page. Actually, this one. I made two of them. DC Space. This is a JavaScript game that supposedly works on the Dreamcast web browser. But here, it doesn't. It seems to need like JavaScript 2 support, and this only has like JavaScript 1 support. So actually, let me show you the original announcement for it. So Egosoft and Planetweb reveals PS2 browser. So basically, the two of them made a partnership to release a web browser and also an MP3 player, which require the hard drive. And obviously, that's redundant now because we have better solutions for MP3 playback on the PlayStation 2, but you get the idea. The web browser is obviously the more interesting part. So it says that it does not include toolbars or scroll bars on the GUI, even though it does. But scroll bars, cursors are available for scrolling, and they are pop-up icons and on-screen keyboard. You can also map tasks such as refresh back and forward onto control buttons and use the zoom feature for a closer look. Can confirm that. It's compatible with HTML 3.2, CSS 1.0, GIF 87 and 89A formats, Wave, MP3, and blah blah blah, SSL3, JavaScript 1.1, so not 2.0, and Macromedia Flash 3. I have to note that this was later upgraded to Flash 4. I even looked at the binary itself, and it mentioned Flash 4. And it also says that you can exchange memory card files and emails, and the web browser can actually play MP3 files. So the rest is not important. So let me show you MP3 playback. And it only supports the MP3 files themselves, not as background music. So if I press play, and this is the only way to stop. Now I'll try MIDI, but this works only on the Dreamcast. This does not work here. I also tried BG Sound. It tries to load the MP3 file in the background, but then it will fail to actually load. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong. I think it needs like JavaScript to actually control the music playback. So that would be good to know. General info. So document rights isn't actually working because of the lack of JavaScript 2 support. It does seem to support the alert function, but let me try that actually real quick. No, actually I won't be able to. But yeah, I do think it supports the prompt and alert functions. So put up like a yeah, I thought it was broken or missing, but it is supported. It's just really bad. It doesn't support MNG. I need to remove that. This is only the GameCube web browser, but it does support GIF, PNG, JPEG, emails, bookmarking, JavaScript. It's JavaScript 1.1. Yeah, I made a mistake actually. It's fine. I'll fix that later. What else? Yes. So let's see the GIF images first. And unlike the GameCube web browser, it's very apparent that there's no hardware scaling for the images because it's really slow. That's how you can tell. So GIF medium. Eventually it will stop. So the file size seems to be less than 500 kilobytes. So not great. That seems to be on par with the GameCube browser. So WRP. So we can change the width to something else. Actually, let's set it to 500. Let's set that to, actually we can make it as big as possible. Not too big though, because this can crash the web browser, make it much more slower than it needs to be, really. We can try PNG though, but GIF would be smaller. So let's do that instead. Not that. There's no copy and paste in the PS2 web browser, so this is a bit tedious, especially if you don't have like a wireless keyboard, which this does support by the way, but well, not the wireless keyboard. Well, you can use a wireless keyboard if you plug it to the USB ports, but you get what I mean. In fact, let me do that. I don't think this will work though, because I need to plug it before I start up. I don't think this will work. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, actually it does, but not for the mouse. Only for the keyboard. And there's nothing. Oh, right. What a mess. Yeah, not a good idea for DuckDuckGo, I guess. So we can use the keyboard to type much faster. If we press enter, it does nothing. Escape does nothing also. Back, well, it deletes. Space does space. Yeah, it seems that I have to use the escape does nothing. F10 does nothing. Oh, fuck. So yeah, 400, and then select on the controller. Then I can. So yeah, you still need like a controller to do some other stuff, but you can actually hot plug a keyboard and it will work. So let's try Hacker News. And yeah, typing on the keyboard is a much better experience. It's just a shame that I also have to use my controller with it. I thought it supported the mouse, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Or if it does, it's only on the other USB ports. So so this is how you scroll down, not ideal. So Hacker News, here we go. And then we can change the size to whatever we need. So we can also use the D-pad to go down, but this is really slow. Like, you are better off using the controller. And let's say I want to see the comments on that. I mean, yeah, with the network adapter, this is actually really nice to use. Much better than trying to use the Dreamcast modem, which wasn't good at all. Now, there was some other dude that made sort of like a mix of WRP and browse service using JavaScript, some JavaScript. I'm not sure if this will work on this web browser, but if it does, then this would be ideal, at least in this case. But he mostly targeted Netscape 4, not this web browser. So we can go to another page. I don't know, let's try YouTube actually, even though it's a bit pointless in this case. Okay, I genuinely want to know how to X, oh, maybe tab. Not really. Well, I guess tab does the job. Oh, right. Yeah, right. I forgot to change the height. Well, that's fine because we're gonna need it for this. What a mess. Yeah, I will need to decrease the size to 400. But I'm pretty sure we won't be able to watch any video, but that doesn't not matter. So we can, so now if we need to type something, we need to use this, of course. So let's do 8-bit guide. And we need to then press go. And yeah, let's type this. Well, not type, click. And then we can see his videos. So let's see the last one that he made. Ads. So that's why you need the pie hole. But yeah, if I click anywhere on the screen, it will refresh again. Oh my god, not ads again. Takes a long time. For whatever reason, maybe the browser crashed, who knows. It didn't. It was just taking a while. So yeah, you can watch YouTube videos on your PlayStation 2. Well, not really watch videos, but you get the idea. If I press pause, then it's paused here. So so yeah, you can't really watch YouTube videos, even if you set the video to the lowest speed possible, like the playback speed. Can set it to this, but even then, it's not like it's refreshing constantly at 1 FPS. That could have worked in our case, but this doesn't. So I was thinking that maybe Flash could be used for streaming instead. That could be an idea. Not sure if those guys have thought of it, because Flash is widely available on old computers and it runs faster in general. But yeah, this is the WRP experience on the PlayStation 2 web browser, at least the EGBrowser, that is. No sound support, sadly, other than MP3 files that you can listen to. I mean, this isn't too bad, but obviously it's still quite primitive, and in some ways it's actually worse than the GameCube web browser, but overall it is better. I would still say that the Dreamcast version of Planetweb 3 is overall a better experience because it's more full-featured. You have like Flash, you have Java, you have some other stuff like downloading VMU files. Here you can do the same with memory card files, but there doesn't seem like to be like a lot of games that take advantage of that. And I'm not even sure how this would even work, even though I did translate like partially the browser. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the web browser. Thank you and bye.